Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for lies, because we just fought and killed the god of illusion and lies. We accomplished this little feat with the greatest and most satisfying of improvised weapons, a disliked NPC's corpse. It was like twice as sweet. But before story time, business first. If you enjoy this video, check out my others. I've got a bunch. Also, subscribes, comments, likes, they're all awesome. Not to mention, I've got a Discord now if you'd like a place to hang out with some cool people and talk Dungeons & Dragons, maybe even find a game. Finally, I've even got a second YouTube channel, talking about old school games, mostly RPGs. Although I do talk about some newer games too sometimes. It's literally in the top 100 million YouTube channels. Check it out, if you'd like. You know, this begging is getting pretty long. I'm gonna have to start using 2 cute animal pictures or something. This is the end of the campaign. It's the one with Danther, the no longer hapless paladin. This campaign has been running for almost as long as I've been playing. Danther is now level 8 and not playing around. He's fresh off a victory over his father, who exiled him when he returns to his new home to find his hometown in ruins. They've been attacked by 4 armies, led by 4 dark gods. The armies surround what's left of the city, each with its own portal to a realm their god resides in. We find the camp where the survivors of the city are holed up and learn that someone needs to go through those portals and face those gods. Luckily, we are ready for this. Normally, we'd be nothing to the gods, but on our last mission, we saved an oracle from some giants. The oracle saw what we were about to go up against and gave each of us a potion that has 4 uses and would give us the ability to fight these gods. We're not sure how yet. Apparently, we're the best the guild we belong to has left, so we're on god-killing duty. This week, only 3 players showed up. It was me, of course, and Francis was there. Francis is an interesting character. I've made a couple of videos about him. The best way to sum him up is he's chaotic stupid light. He has gotten a bit better since then, though. The last member is a Dragonborn Warlock, a solid fellow. We get like 10 NPC guards and an automatron to help us. We head to the portal and find it is guarded by a few Goliaths, a Frost Giant, and a Giant Boar. We fight through them pretty easily, though we do lose 9 of the guards. Time to go through the portal. We arrive in a winter wonderland and see the god by the portal conjuring magic through it. He's protected by another Frost Giant and some Hellboars. We take them down, losing our automaton in the process, then go after the god. He begins by casting Phantasmal Killer on me. It basically makes my nightmares appear all around me. If I fail my saving throw, I'm frightened. I fail with a 17. Not a problem, I mean he is a god. At the end of my turn, I can retry the save, and if I fail again, I take 4d10 psychic damage. The DM asks me, what do I see? What is Danther's greatest nightmare? I think for a minute and I say, I see dozens of Francises all around. Now I have disadvantage on all attacks. It makes sense. Could you function if you saw that? On my next turn, I fail the save with a 19. Kind of annoying, but he is a god. My 21 on the next turn also fails. I'm taking 4d10 psychic damage every time. You may be wondering, how in the world is a level 8 paladin surviving this? That's a good question. It's the potion. Each of us took ours before the battle. It gives each of us 300 temporary hit points. And one other effect. The Dragonborn gets 3 legendary resistances. This means if he fails a saving throw, he can choose to automatically pass it 3 times. Francis got Tremor Sense and True Sight, and I get wings. Now I can fly. I know what you're thinking. It sounds uneven, like one of us got just a bit more than the others, and it's true. I definitely got the best. I can survive the 4d10 psychic damage, but I can't lose this fear. We've hit the god a few times, but his plus 12 to concentration saves means he's not losing it. Finally, on my next roll, I get a 17, and with my super paladin powers, that's a 24. Take that, you dark god. Except, a 24 is not good enough. Yeah, I'm not losing this debuff. The warlock even dispels it, but the god just recasts it. Luckily, the god goes down quickly after that. Or more like strangely. We didn't do that much damage to him and he just died. Or so we thought. You see, as soon as he dies, the body changes to that of Jake. Jake is a friendly NPC who used to save us because the DM was bad at building encounters. Something I'm kind of familiar with myself. He'd warp in, save the party, then leave. Happened a lot. I've got a video about it. If you'd like to see the whole story, I'll throw a link in the description. It wasn't the god we were fighting, it was him the whole time. If you're asking why Francis's true sight didn't notice this, then you and I think alike because I asked the same thing. Turns out the DM had forgotten about it. I have no problem with this. DMing is hard, and I am the last one to say anything. I'm the guy who couldn't kill some level 1s with a spectator and 3 gazers. It does show us that the other god who showed up when Jake died was also fake, as was the portal. Now the only other thing on the map is a bridge and some trees. We cannot figure out how to find the real god. With his true sight, Francis can't see him, or any clues. A religion check of 21 just tells me this guy is the god of illusion. I think I may have figured that one out already. What I can't figure out is where this guy is or how we're supposed to find him. There is no place he could be. I do, however, come up with a plan. Well, I had this plan before, but I didn't have the means to do it. There was nothing small enough on the map for me to pick up, but now there is. Jake! So I pick him up and dash 80 feet straight up. The fake god once again casts Phantasmal Killer on me and follows. I can't get closer to him, but that's cool, I don't want to. Him flying up after me is not so cool. We've pretty much decided to go home, but I wanted to drop the body on him first. He's following, so forget about it. Though as soon as Francis runs to the edge of the map, he sees the real god. Yeah, the puzzle was the god is off the map. I'll admit, this annoyed me. The map is a concept. Of course you can't show the whole thing, but you know it's there. It's like saying the backside of a globe doesn't exist because you can't see it. I spent like 20 minutes trying to figure this out and felt like a moron until I heard this answer. At least we find the real god. He doesn't follow me, focusing on Francis instead. This leaves me to dash up again and get right over him. I then let Jake go. The god is below, focusing on Francis and never even looks up. Jake's body plummets the full 160 feet, landing smack dab on the god's head. That is 16 d6 damage. I rolled 62. That hurt the god. His powers are more about hiding than fighting. You know, gravity is a good friend. On my next turn, I plan on dropping a great club I've been holding onto for a while, but Francis and the warlock managed to kill the god before I get that turn. Problem. You see, the potions we drank last for one combat. That means the rest of my temporary hit points go away, and so do my wings. Gravity really is a harsh mistress. I'm still flying 160 feet above the ground. Now it's my turn to take 16 d6 damage. I roll even better, taking 68. Luckily, I managed to survive this and we get out of there. 1 god down, 3 to go. That was how I dropped an annoying NPC on the Dark God of Illusion. Have you ever done something like that? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, play your character. Don't let your character play you.